Tuesday, March 24th, 2026. I'm at the Shell gas station in Norwich, Connecticut, on West Town Street, the Norwich Town section. I just paid $4 per gallon, so obviously gas prices are really shooting up dramatically. But it's 1:21 p.m. I'm going to take a drive to what used to be Camp St. Francis. That's on Glasgo Pond. Now, I haven't been up there in many, many years, so I have no idea. I'm sure it's no longer a functional camp, I don't think. This was connected somehow to Saints Peter and Paul Church on Elizabeth Street in Norwich, Connecticut. When I was a kid, Camp St. Francis was something that had some connection to the church, and we would go there and, as kids, and we would... for example, they taught us how to swim. I learned to swim at Camp St. Francis. They had basketball. They had, one thing they had, tetherball. Remember that? It's like a kind of a volleyball connected to a rope that went around a pole. But that was kind of a big thing back in them days. Anyways, they had like little plays, singing, entertainment, whatever, things you do at summer camp. I mean, I don't ever recall staying there. This was a day thing, this wasn't something that you would sleep over or anything like that. I'm trying to think here about my best way of getting over to... I want to get to... Hang on a second, let me work this is a tough little spot right here. I want to get to kind of Preston that leads past, I think, Patchogue, and eventually gets to Glasgow. I mean, I have this road in mind that I'm kind of shooting for. As I recall as a kid, once you get past Glasgow Pond, you take a left, and hopefully there was a bunch of pine trees, big tall pine trees lining the road. Hopefully I can recall exactly once I get there. Hopefully I can recall once I get there the proper twists and turns it took me to get to Camp St. Francis. Now, again, I have no idea what's there right now. I could get there and it could be, some new housing development, or I just don't have any clue. And we're on Ox Hill Road right now. Harlan Road is directly in front of us. It's a beautiful day. It is currently 46 degrees. There's a couple clouds in the sky, mostly blue sky. But once I get on that road that should bring back hopefully will spark my memory banks to start lighting up, and the little neurons and things in my brain starts to fire. Maybe I'll be able to trace my way right back to that Camp St. Francis location. Norwich Regional Technical School. Actually, what is it called? And now it's just called Norwich Technical High School. On the right to the left, Rose City Senior Center. You got a pickleball court over there. You got Kelly Middle School to the right. This is Mahan Drive. A lot of cool stuff on Mahan Drive. Nice soccer field to the left. Beautiful quarter-mile track. Kelly Middle School. When I went there, it was called Kelly Junior High School. They changed that. Why did they change the name? I have no idea. There's basketball courts up here, tennis courts, baseball fields, Mohegan Park. I mean, this is a great area. If you live in Norwich, you should be hanging out up here a lot. This is where all the cool stuff is. I mean, there's cool stuff in other areas, but this is, you know, kind of the exercise, nature, and, you know, all that. I mean, Mohegan Park, they have disc golf. They have a pond that you can swim in the summer. They have these beautiful roads you can see I'm driving on right now. And all the snow is gone. This is Wilderness Road. You gotta be careful. This is a very windy, beautiful road. Take a right on Mohegan Park Road right here. If I took a left, that would bring me to the lower parking lot. If I keep going straight here, that'll bring me to the Rose Garden. So we're driving through the forest right now. Pine trees all over the place. They widened this road a little bit this year, which is, for my money, the best move in decades. That's always needed to be widened, that little stretch back there. I'm going to continue down Mohegan Park Road because I'm trying to work my way over to Hamilton Avenue, really. And that'll basically be my launching pad to everywhere I want to go. So we're exiting Mohegan Park right now. Right now we're out of the Mohegan Park area. And this is still Mohegan Park Road. This is going to carry all the way down to Boswell Avenue. So I got to go through the east side. I mean, this is going to take me a little bit of a drive. Construction ahead, up on the left. There's actually a stop sign now in the middle of Boswell Avenue, due to the fact that they're building a brand new Greenville Elementary School. Norwich is building several new elementary schools. Yep. I mean, you can't see it. I just looked to the left there. The construction's it's coming along real quick. And the Stanton School that's under construction. I did a video, a walking tour the other day, if anybody's interested in that. John B. Stanton School on New London Turnpike in Norwich. I walked around. It was an interesting walk. I mean, there were a few challenges Alright, let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to get over to... Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I guess this is the quickest way to Hamilton Avenue. This is Hickory Street right here. I actually did a full walk on Hickory Street, or I have a video where I was on the ground and I filmed a bunch of stuff on Hickory Street. I covered the whole street. So if you ever lived on Hickory Street and you want to see your house from, you know, many years ago or whenever, I got it covered. To the right used to be a church. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's still a functioning church. Norwich Adult Education to the right. There's an ancient cemetery. I say ancient, a very old cemetery to the left over there. Prospect Street's directly ahead. Let me take a little cruise down Prospect. And you get that St. Mary's Church. They restored the tower last year, I think it was. It looks beautiful. Although it's still fenced off. Maybe they're still doing some work there. Okay, this is going to bring me to... This is Central Avenue. This is going to bring me to the east side. Norwich Public Utilities to the left, the old Polish club to the right. The buildings to the left many years ago, I've been told, used to be Norwich Tech. I don't know if that's true, but more than a handful of people have told me that, so I don't know if that's reality or not, but I think it's a strong possibility. Club 41 used to be up here on the left. I mean, I'm throwing some, you know, terminology here for Norwich, you know, residents from many, many years ago would remember Club 41. Eventually, there won't be anybody left on the planet that remembers Club 41. Everybody will just, frankly, die off. But, okay, straight ahead to the right there is the former YMCA. The construction's coming along really, really... They're in the... I mean, the roof is up on that building. Things are really rocking now. I mean, they had a rough winter with tons of snow being dumped on that building, that construction project. But the people working on that are doing a spectacular job. I'm telling you, guys, I've been on the ground. I got videos. Look at those windows. You can't see them, but man, those beautiful windows they put in. I'm telling you, I saw architectural drawings. They're phenomenal, and the building is matching those drawings, exceeding how beautiful that thing is going to be. What a transformation. This is East Main Street, Norwich, Connecticut. Oh boy, we got a little bit of work going down up here. We'll record this video for posterity. Alright, this puts me up on... This is going to put me up. This light stays green. Good. This is going to put me up where I want to go. Alright. Wow, if I keep going straight, I'll hit Providence in 49 miles. I'm not going to do it, but that must be a heck of a, you know, the back roads all the way to Providence. Interesting. But I'm on Hamilton Avenue right now, so this is kind of where I basically chill out and just keep driving. This road is, I don't have to take any turns or anything until I get to Glasgow Pond. And then we're going to find out if Camp St. Francis, if the we're going to find out the current status of the property of the former Camp St. Francis. I would be shocked if it was still Camp St. Francis. Nothing's impossible. But I haven't heard that, that anybody in the past several decades that went to Camp St. Francis. I mean, I'm going back to the really 60s, 1960s, 1970s. Pretty soon I'm going to be entering Preston. I mean, I'm in Norwich right now, but okay, there's a sign. Preston Incorporated 1687. So we're in Preston, Connecticut right now. Route 165. Masonic Center on the left. I'll point out, some of the more important buildings or, landmarks or whatever. One good thing about driving around this time of year, there's no bugs. Your windshield gets, bugs smashed all over the place on the front of the car and the windshield. This time of year, we don't have to deal with that at all. And, you get bug strikes on the front of the camera. That's always a extremely unlikely possibility, but not impossible. All right, what's this sign on the left? There's a Baptist church on the left up there. Nice, real nice looking church. Speed limit 45. There's a lot of beautiful farmland up here. Wow. A couple of new houses went up on the left over there. I haven't been on this road in a while. Connecticut Wine Trail over there to my right. I've been up to that vineyard. I was driving around one day and I came upon the vineyard. It's in one of my videos. I think it's in the Preston. I did a video driving around Preston, Connecticut. And that is a beautiful, really picturesque vineyard. Preston is one of the more really beautiful. If you catch it at the right time in the fall or late summer or the autumn, and some of the foliage and everything on certain roads, it's breathtaking. I have some video. Check out the Preston video I did if you're interested at all. There's some scenic stuff. If you live in New York City or whatever, you want to get out of the city and you want to get a taste of the Connecticut, countryside. I'm getting into Preston City right now. To the left's that dog painted on that rock. That's been there since I was a kid. But if you live in a big city and you say, I want to do some real Connecticut, kind of farmland, back roads and everything, highly recommended. Kingdom Hall to the right. There's cows to the left and to the right. Some of them are on the ground. What are they? I was told years ago that if you see a cow laying on the ground, or a number of cows, and many are, look at them all to the right. All those cows are on the ground. That means it's going to rain within the next day or two. Is that an old wives' tale? Maybe they're just resting. I have no idea. What is that? Preston Veterans Memorial School to my left. Fleming's Feed and Hardware to the left. Legendary place in Preston. Boy, I hope. Now there is a fork in the road. I hope this is the right. Yeah, 165. This is going to bring me to I'm on the same road, but that fork in the road back there kind of throws you off a little bit. Got some signs up ahead. Let's see. I assume Glasgow, but yeah, Glasgow. Straight ahead. So we're heading in the right direction. Preston City Fire Company over there to the left. Voluntown straight ahead. Cemetery over there to the left. I can't. Preston City Cemetery. There was a little sign back there. Preston City Cemetery. This is not my stomping grounds, but man, I'm looking to the left. The beautiful rolling hills with the giant fields and everything. I'm telling you, Preston is. It's not a highly populated town. It's out in the countryside, but it's close to everything. So you're getting the best of both worlds out in Preston. Country living, cruise down the road. You got plenty of Norwich shopping and all that. What is up here? Strawberry Park. If I went left, it's a resort. It says resort campground. Wow. They sell eggs over there, and that thing back there on the right, it said self-serve. You take the eggs, you leave the money. Old school. Trust. Okay, what have we here? Road work, construction, something. There's something going on up here. Fines doubled. Well, I certainly don't want to get fined. Maybe they're taking a break. I really didn't see anything happening back there. There's that vehicle over there with the flashing lights, so maybe they just finished up. It's 1:43. I just drove over Broad Brook. That's a good fishing area for trout. All right, another sign up here. Let's see. Preston Trading Post. Preston Trading Post. Legendary. Wow. Bison Brook Farm to the right. Yep, Preston Trading Post still there. I bought, what did I buy there many years ago? A chair or something. I mean, it was, they sell furniture. They sell wood stoves. They've been around for a long, long time. So that must mean something. If they're in business after that many, decade after decade, they're doing something right. Still Route 165. Hey, we're crossing into Griswold right now. Incorporated 1815. That's what that sign said back there. Wow. GPS tells me this is Shetucket Turnpike. There's a horse crossing sign, so you got to be careful. Old Voluntown Road back there. Yeah, there's horses on the right. I can see them. These wide-angle lenses, it doesn't really afford a closer look like the human eye, but definitely a horse stable back there. Old Shetucket Turnpike. If I took a right, I should venture up here on one of these drives in the future, cover some of these side roads. Bethel Community United Methodist Church is up here on the right. We used to go fishing at Patchogue Pond, which is coming up down here. Matter of fact, we used to fish at Camp St. Francis in Glasgow Pond. So yeah, to the left, hopefully you can see it, and it'll be to the right, will be Patchogue Pond. It's really huge. I got an interesting story about Patchogue Pond. Let's get a look at it. Yeah, to the right, both sides of the road. You can see that, but when I was I don't know if I was a kid, maybe I was driving age, but me and my father, we had a rowboat. We went to Patchogue Pond fishing. So we're out in the rowboat fishing. My father throws out a really cheap replica of like a jitterbug or some kind of a lure, but it wasn't the name brand. It was a knockoff from, I think I bought it at Barker's for like $1. And he caught this fish and he fought. I mean, this was a battle. And he pulls the fish in, and it's the biggest yellow perch either one of us has ever seen, ever. And my father he didn't like to kill the fish. Wow. I'm going to pull in here for 1 second. This is Buttonwood Farm ice cream. I'm just going to get a very quick glance. I'm not going to off in the distance there. Right there, Buttonwood Farms. Well, I can turn around. I'll just go up a little bit. These guys have just, I mean, legendary ice cream. Look at those beautiful farmlands, beautiful walls and everything. But anyways, my father caught this perch, and he never liked to, kill the fish. He would like to throw it back. So I begged him, please, this is a record. This is the biggest one ever. And he threw it back. And that's good. I mean, he let the fish live. That's fine. We came home. We looked up the record for yellow perch for the state of Connecticut. And my father had caught the record perch, but he threw it back. He didn't care. He was glad he threw it back. But he would have had the state record. His name would have been in the books. All right, I'm coming up to, okay, this is Glasgow Pond directly in front of us. You see that water. This is important. So I'm looking for the turn. And I believe it's right past, it's the first left. Yeah, those real tall pine trees. See those pine trees? I mean, this is all, stuff in my brain from, the 60s and 70s. So we used to turn down here. I forget how they brought us here. Bus or something, or a van or cars, or I don't know what, but this is the road. Let me look for signs. What does that say? Connecticut Agricultural Experiment Station. I mean, there's kind of log cabins to the left, and there's houses up here. I don't know what's gonna, let's find out. This is an adventure. All right, there's a cemetery here. What is the name of this? St. Thomas Cemetery. Back there to the left. This is Sheldon Road I am on right now. Again, some of this is fuzzy in my mind. I'm going way back. Okay, here is more of Glasgow Pond. Yeah, this is a new bridge compared to, what it used to be. I think we used to go swimming to the, it could be this right here, Crossroad. I'm not sure. But I think this led to Camp St. Francis. I think. I'm certainly not positive. Yeah, this is it. This is the area. Wow. To the left there was a big field. Now there's a really nice house. Straight ahead, okay, there's a house. That used to be part of a... I wish I could go straight, but I can't because that's somebody's driveway. Let me go left and see what's down there, because that would be... Let me look. Okay, to the immediate left is the pond, is the area that we used to swim. So you can't get back there. That's been purchased. That is now private property. So major changes. Let me see if there's any other remnants. I kind of wanted to take a... Wow, there's a lot of new construction. Okay, so I don't know if the church, if that was church owned, that camp, or I don't know, but there's a lot of new houses that were built. They're right on the water. This is Cook Hill Road, by the way. Yeah, there's houses, wow, all over the place. So they must have sold off the land. Let me turn around here at Countryside RV Park. It's a dirt road. I don't want to go up a dirt road with this car. It's probably right on the pond, I'm sure. Well, I mean, this is where Camp St. Francis was. For anybody that, you know, has memories. And all right, what is it? Is this a road? Summer Lane. It looks... I mean, no, it turns into a dirt road. I just don't want to... There's a house there. It's a new house, so... But I can't really get out and walk around. It's private property. I mean, I could... It's just not going to... I can't get anywhere near that beach. But right here to the right, there's a new, brand new house right on the water. That is where the beach was. Right? If I stop the car and walk straight to the right, there's... I mean, it looks the same. I'm looking at it right now. It's a little tiny beach. I mean, when you're a kid, you think it's this massive thing, but it's a little beach, and it has a raft that we used to... I never swam out to the raft. It was too far from I couldn't... You know, I was a smaller kid, so I couldn't make it out there. Let me get down this way a little bit. So all of the original buildings and everything at Camp St. Francis are gone, or there was a field, there was a basketball court. One time this guy from, I don't know, Providence College, Wayne Lawrence, came down. That was a big deal. Like, wow, you know, Wayne Lawrence is here. And he was signing autographs. It was kind of a fun day. But back there, that's it. That's the ball game. There's some kind of an older mill or factory or something up here, which is cool. I want to turn around there because I kind of like the look of it. Whew. Man, oh man, I can't see out of the side here. It's tough to... Well, I don't know what this is. Let me turn around and just get a look at it. I love these old buildings, factories, whatever they are. All right, there's some other cool stuff up here. I don't have a lot of time. I kind of wanted to come to Camp St. Francis, and that was the drive. But what is that? Wow, Voluntown. I'm going to go back down Sheldon Road. Okay, now I'm in Voluntown. New construction to the right. All right, let's see. Beautiful church to the right. Voluntown's a nice little... This area is really nice. Church Lane. Excuse me. I'm going to turn around. I got to get back down Sheldon Lane. Trace my way back a little bit. So a little bonus footage here. Voluntown. Turn around here at Voluntown Elementary School. Looks pretty new. Right there. That must be the gymnasium or something, I would imagine. There's a lot of fields out there for sports, like, what do they have? I don't know, soccer, football, whatever they play out there. Baseball, everything. Huge fields. Yeah, definitely soccer. There's a couple of nets out there. So let me cruise through the heart of, this is Voluntown, Main Street, Route 138, Main Street. Doesn't get much better than that. Some new houses popping up here and there. Alright, so I gotta keep my eyes open for this Sheldon. Alright, so we're in Voluntown, we're crossing into Griswold. There's Sheldon right there. So let me trace my way back. And I came this way here. I want to literally do one more glance at the property of the former Camp St. Francis. This is Cook Hill Road again. 1:57 p.m. Again, a lot of new houses. Keep looking around left and right. They're all over the place. So Camp St. Francis was right as I turned to the left. It was to the right and left. There was a nice campground. That used to be a field right there, but now there's a brand new house, or new, very new, and that leads to the beach. There was a basketball court down there that leads to that beautiful little sandy beach that we all learned to swim, and I literally learned to swim right there. I'm looking at it right now. But it's not. It's now owned by a private entity. In other words, some nice people bought a house there, basically. And okay, Sheldon Circle. Just for laughs. What is... this doesn't do anything for me. I gotta get out of here. Because it just doesn't really... It's a dirt road. At least when I turn around, you can get a glance through the trees there of Glasgow Pond. Glasgow Pond. I mean, some people say Glasgow. I say Glasgow. There's no W at the end. But yeah, to the left of me, these houses, it's direct waterfront property. What is the name of this? Okay, this is part of that Sheldon Circle. It's a dirt road. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go down it. I mean, nothing against dirt roads, but it's just... I have a conventional car. I don't want to, risk messing up the tires or... So, Sheldon Road, let's see what happens here. Yeah, see to the left, those pine trees, or that could be cedar trees, whatever, I think they're cedar. They were there since I was a kid. They're still there. They're slow growing, trees that, if you have a cedar closet or whatever, they have that scent. So again, I don't know if you can grab a glance to the right there. That's Glasgow Pond. And to the left, these this and Patchogue is very close to each other. So this is, again, Shetucket Turnpike. (2:01 p.m.) And yeah, back there to the left. Now they have sunflowers in this location at the peak sunflower season, and it's absolutely incredible. I mean, thousands of people come up here. They get ice cream at Buttonwood Farms, and to the right there would be the biggest sunflower field you ever saw. Okay, Patchogue Pond coming up on our, actually left and right. This road goes right over. All right, what is this road right here? Tabor Road, no outlet, dirt road. Not gonna do it, but there you go. Yep, my father caught the state record yellow perch. I mean, it's the biggest, it was the... Guys, I'm not, this is, people think, oh, he's bragging or what. No, I'm not. I'm stating fact. That was an insane, it was almost like something out of one of these movies where, mutation or something. It was massive. But you know something, you get your name in the record book, you look at it and you go, wow, I got the record. It's not that big a deal. It's nice, but it's not, I mean, we were just casual fishermen. We're not, some of these guys, it would really matter. It would be a lifelong pursuit. We were just out there having fun. All right, we got the horse stable coming up down here, so I got to keep my eyes open because people will ride horses across this Shetucket Turnpike. I am simply going to work my way back to where I started. I did what I wanted to do. Now, under perfect circumstances, if everything went right and I went up there and the land and Camp St. Francis was identical to what it was in the 60s and 70s, I was going to get out of the vehicle, I have another camera, walk right down to the beach, tiny little area. Okay, we're crossing into Preston right now, so we're back in Preston, but I was going to walk around the beach, kind of grab some video there, but it's not in the cards. I mean, it's all privately owned. And it's just not going to happen. I want to keep my eyes open for Preston Trading Post. Okay, there it is. I want to take a drive just to get a look at it. Just to get a look at it. Right there on the right-hand side. I'm not sure. Is it? It seems like it's been redone. Yeah, there's a truck up there. Probably getting ready to deliver something, furniture or whatever. Let me get a wide shot of this. This is an iconic trading post. Right there. It looks to be in immaculate condition. There's the stairway leading right up there. And you can see the big sign. Yep. Definitely a place you want to check out for furniture, chairs, I don't know, bedding. Definitely wood stoves. These guys are like the wood stove kings. I mean, and this is says Brown School Road, so Firefly Farms. Yeah, that bison farm is down there. I mean, I'm tempted to get on there. I can't. I don't have time, but maybe at some point in the future I'll try to get up there and get some video of some of those bison. That might be pretty cool. So we're on Route 165 again. You know, at Camp St. Francis, they had, when they taught swimming, for example, they started you out with the dog paddle. I don't know if you remember that or not, or if that's still a thing. But eventually they would, you know, you'd work your way up into full-blown, proper swimming technique. And they really, I mean, that place, they taught a lot of kids how to swim. That's back when Saints Peter and Paul Church in Norwich was really flourishing. I mean, they had, what did they have? They had 3 baseball fields on grounds. They had Camp St. Francis. I mean, okay, we're crossing into what's called Preston City right now. But they had 3 baseball fields. They had basketball court down there. They had a skating pond. I did a video where I walk around the grounds. If what I'm saying right now, Saints Peter and Paul Church, rings a bell and you go, oh yeah, I was a kid, I went there, whatever. I think the walk I did last year around grounds you might find that very interesting. Because I cover every inch of that territory. And I mean, some of that ground was really, really rugged. I mean, I crawled through, you know, bushes and weeds, and I'm just going to take a very, very, very quick glance at that church right there. Right there. Let's see, Preston City Congregational Church. I'm just going to turn around there. I'm going to I'm going to head back home, but let's get a look at this thing, if I can point right there. I hope I got it in. And let me get a shot. I mean, this is, I'm working this car as a camera. Right there, Preston City Volunteer Fire Company. All right. And we're back on our nice Route 165 again. Bluest of blue skies. And let's see here. There we go. Got our cornfields, our future cornfields to the left. You got Jewett City Savings Bank. You got Fleming's, again, feed and hardware, legendary. And there's that Preston school to the right. The cows are still laying down over there. There's 4 cows to my left, 3 of them are laying down, 1's up. 4 to my right, all of them are laying down. Folks, we got some rain coming. If the, the Farmer's Almanac wisdom, old wives' tale stuff still holds, we'll see. We're gonna find out. I'll look at the forecast when I get home. When the cows, they might know more than Doppler radar. Another nice field up here on the left. I mean, it's again, Preston. It's check out my drive that I did through Preston. If you're interested. If you're not, then definitely ignore it. But that's one of my that's kind of a favorite of mine. Just because of the beautiful scenery. It's like, wow. There's ponds to, I look to the left and right, I see little ponds. They're, let's get a look at this Baptist church. I saw this earlier, but I kind of want to, I don't know if I can point the camera at it or not. Yeah, I'm kind of close. There it is right there. I'll just turn around, maybe from the back or the side. Let me get a side view of this church. This seems like a significant piece of architecture, so I don't want to miss that. Right there. Yeah, we get the whole thing in. It's got that steeple right there. If I can get the landmarks in. Wow, look to the left. There's a tree fort over there. That's off in the distance. It's a legit, the old days. Oh yeah, we used to build them when we were kids. That's that's got a window and a deck. That's a serious Calvary Baptist Church. That was the name of that church back there. That's a serious tree fort. It's got all the amenities. No messing around. Wow. Pequot Trail back there. Again, I don't have the time. I always get tempted. I see some of these side roads, and I could just get lost on these things. But it's 2:14 now, so. We're going to be entering Norwich real soon. We're in Preston right now, but we are in Norwich now, incorporated 1784. At least that town line part of it. Let's see, how am I going to get back? I can either go straight or I can take Alright, this guy's going right, I'll go straight. I have a variety of ways to get back to where I started this drive. I mean, this is Hamilton Avenue. It's a football field down there to my right on the river. Boyd's Used Car Parts. Back there to the left. I think I covered that in my east side video. I have a few videos where I drive around the east side of Norwich, and Boyd's, you know, they have cars that you can buy, you know, for parts and everything up there. Very large collection. Bishop Schools up here. That's covered in my east side video. All right, here we go. Let's cruise down the road. East Main Street. Oh yeah, we're back. I should roll down Main Street in Norwich just to get a glimpse of that former YMCA building. That they put the corner window. I'm not sure if it's 100% done, that corner window, but that's kind of a real. Let me swing around a little bit. See that to the left, that brick building? That corner window, very, very important window right there. That's gonna make this thing, man. Just the visuals, that beautifies this area, and that is going to be an incredible building. These modern construction. I mean, these guys, these men, these women, these people that put that thing together. Whoa. I hear sirens. I'm not 100% sure where they're... Okay, I got the rotary down there, so... I gotta be mindful of the fact that NFA and schools are getting out, so I don't want to be, you know, buried in a mound of student traffic, you know, these cars. When I was a kid going to high school, I mean, if somebody had a car, it was a miracle. Now it's like half the schools got, you know, cars. I mean, it's like wild. That ambulance is heading somewhere. These roads are going to be redone. I don't know if it's this year, but they put in a natural gas lines. This is Franklin Street. They put gas lines. So they're going to repave. You know, whether the gas line project is 100% done or not, I'm not sure about that. Okay, Franklin Street blends into McKinley Avenue, which is what I'm on right now. Norwich, Connecticut. Okay, the kids are getting out of school. I gotta be real tactical here. If I go up Reynolds Road, see, you got Kelly Middle School and Norwich Tech. If they get out now, then I'm in real trouble. But I think I'll try that. Well, whatever. Once that red light turns green, I'll be golden. Students, I mean, it's, what is it, 48 degrees. You got guys walking around in t-shirts. You know, hey man, I gotta look cool. Yeah, go for it. If you want to freeze, do it. Okay, this is McKinley Avenue Extension. And I'm sure there's after school, extracurricular activities that are going to be going on. There's a lot of activity in the summer, or not, well, in the spring, in the better weather, up at what used to be called a rec field at the top of Reynolds Road here. Dickenman Field to the right, but it's, the old days was known as Rec Field. Wow, people getting ready to play tennis out there. Beautiful brand new tennis courts. As we continue to record video, working our way back to Norwich Town. You got your basketball court. You got Bob W. Spain basketball court back there. They're beautiful. Okay, I'm not seeing a ton of school buses up here. That's good. When Tech and Kelly get out of school, there's a line of bus. I should record video of that. That's a sight to be seen. Whoa, a bunch of students walking in their cars. I think I timed this thing perfectly. I got lucky. Skateboard park over there to the right. There's nobody there right now. It's a perfect day for skateboarding. I'm on my hand drive. I'm going to take a left on Ox Hill Road. Beautiful. 2:24 p.m. As we come to rest on Ox Hill Road. New construction to the right. I don't know if you can see it. There's a brand new house for sale. It's a kind of a blue, I don't know if it's navy blue, a little lighter than navy blue, but it's a beautiful home. I think I saw the listing. I'm not sure. It was 600 and something thousand. I mean, it's not like the old days looking at houses, 89,000 to get you a beautiful house. Now it's, 700,000, things like that. I mean, it's a different world. We're entering a historic district right now. All right, let's roll. This is a tricky spot to get out of. I mean, if people don't use their signal, you can end up sitting here all day long. And you want to know something? A lot of people don't use their signal. Their turn signal. And you know what I hope? I hope the people that don't use their turn signal get pulled over by the police, and I hope they're ticketed, and then they start using their signal. That kind of makes sense. You know, not to be, I don't consider that vindictive or negative. I consider that, you know, a proper lesson. All right, let's cruise. We got the, this is East Town Street. On the left is historic Norwich Town Green. Every house and bit structure around this green is historic. Maybe one of them is a more modern. I think there's one over there that's a more modern construction, but everything else is really seriously historic, dating way back, 1700s, you know, real early America. Early Americana. So now we're on West Town Street. I started this video, I started the proceedings here at Shell gas station, where I filled my, well, I didn't fill the tank. I threw a certain amount of money into it. $4 a gallon. You know, things are getting a little out of hand. That's for 87 octane. I mean, it was $2.89 not that long ago. Dime Bank, friendlies to the right. Well, Dime Bank says 50 degrees. My car says 48, so, you know, in there somewhere. We got Riddy's Tire Service over here to the left. I mean, these guys got a phenomenal reputation. Anybody that ever says Riddy's, I hear people talking and everything. They got nothing but good stuff to say. It comes highly recommended. I'm not going to drive into Shell. When I drive by, that's when this video is over, because that'll be a one take, you know, 360 circle, basically. I got to Camp St. Francis, where it used to be. Unfortunately for us, it's no longer Camp St. Francis. Now it's privately owned by individuals. So here's Shell gas station. I started right around here, so this video is over.